Yeah, that's it. It's so big out there. I'm better off in here.
Oh, yeah? Now, who are you trying to convince? You or us? Your future's out there, not in here. Now, get that through your thick head. You've just got to get used to being out there again, that's all.
Oh, I can't be. I'll never be any good. And I don't want to drag Kevin down with me. He can do a lot better for himself. A lot better.
Sally, would you like to get some coffee, please? Well, I hope you realize there's nothing I can do for you now.
Yeah, I know. Dad, look, I'm really sorry. I know I shouldn't have let him get under my skin like that. I should have kept my cool, but it was what he was saying about Sally that made my blood boil.
This whole thing seems to be Sally's fault. You should never have got yourself involved in the first place.
Well, I had to try and help her.
Helping is one thing. Getting involved is something else. And that's something I've had to learn.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you've really learned, haven't you? To be a machine, not feeling anything, able to do things for people without giving a damn. Well, I don't want to be like that.
The person who remains a detached observer is in a far better position to help other people. Now, just look at the trouble you've got yourself into by getting involved.
You're right, so I made a mess of it. But at least I got into trouble because of caring. Look, I'd rather spend my whole life getting into trouble because of caring rather than sitting in an office all day handing out advice to people because it's my job.
Tony, you're talking a whole lot of emotional rubbish.
Yeah, I'm emotional. But thank God I can feel. I'm not a bloody robot like you are.
Oh, I just feel like going to work this morning.
Oh, well, you could always pretend you've got Vera in the press.
Oh, yeah, that'd be fun, wouldn't it? Look out, Vera gets hit. Shh, here it comes. And I could roll her up, flush her down the loo, and she'd finally be where she belongs. Now, there's a bright, smiling face. Cracked any mirrors lately?
I'm bored, stupid.
Oh, yeah, that's what you get here. Bed and bored.
Well, there's no need for anyone to be bored. There's plenty of work to be done. Why don't you try it, Bryant? Or would that be too much of a shock to your system?
Yeah, why don't you go and work in the laundry?
No, she won't, Smith. The further she keeps away from your lot, the better.
Oh, you're not trying to say I'm a bad influence, are you, Fletch?
Just get to work, Smith. O'Connell, aren't you supposed to be in the kitchen?
Yes, Mr. Fletcher. See you later, Bea.
Yeah, come on, let her work in the laundry.
I told you to go to work.
Well, where can I work?
Well, the garden needs a bit of attention. Or there's the workshop, or the kitchen.
I like gardening. I'll work there.
All right, I'll arrange it with the governor. You'll be taken out there later. In the meantime, if you've got any sense, you'll keep away from Smith and her cronies.
Don't want me to get with the strength, eh? It seems to me she just about rules the roost around here, doesn't she?
No, she doesn't. She just thinks she does.
Mr. Reed, I didn't want this to happen on my account. I don't want to come between you and Tony.
Sally, it's not entirely your fault.
Well, don't take any notice of what he said. Well, I think he loves you very much. That's why he gets so angry. It's just he isn't sure if you love him.
And I'm sick of it. What does she ever do for us? Just throws her weight around like we're a bloody slave or something.
Well, that's the way it is. So what? Somebody's got to be top dog. And Judy, she doesn't look interested in taking over.
Oh, what's wrong with her, silly bitch? I reckon she could be like a dinner.
Do you just? Well, she could certainly done you like a dinner if I hadn't stopped them.
I've given as good as I got.
I'm glad there weren't no trouble. I don't want nothing stopping me from seeing Elizabeth today.
You wouldn't be in any trouble if you used your head. While you're at it, you can make some of those toys on that thing while the screws aren't around.
We've had a belly full of that crap. Why should we waste our time on it?
I have an announcement to make about that crap. Anyone interested in making a little extra cash?
Yeah, I am. What you getting at, Bea?
Well, I just might be able to talk Reed into scrapping all that radio station guff and having the money paid direct to us.
You're ready?
Oh, I see why not. Of course, I'd have to have your support. You'd have to be behind me 100%.
I'm with you.
And what about the rest of it? Well,
You've got to be crazy if you don't. It's a better deal than Judy and Sharon could offer us.
Yeah, all right.
Hey, how about a bit of work around here, eh? Come on.
Come on, back to work, girls.
Come on, Latham, time for you to go to the hospital.
Hey, Fletch, can I see Mr. Reed?
It's Mr. Fletcher, and what do you want to see him about?
Yeah, OK, Mr. Fletcher. About the toys and stuff. We girls are really getting keen about making them, aren't we?
Yeah.
I'll let you know when you can see him. Come on, Latham.
Come.
All right, Doreen. Good luck. I hope we don't see you back here again. Well, there's still hope, you know.
Not much hope of her keeping her parole, is there, Meg?
Not much, I shouldn't think.
Mrs. Jackson, I'm taking Latham to the maternity hospital.
That'll be a nice outing for you.
I can't see why it couldn't be assigned to one of you women.
Well, think of it as an errand of mercy. I mean, just take a look at Chrissy. She's as happy as Larry. You won't have any trouble with her.
All the more reason why one of you could have done it. Oh, by the way, while I think of it, Smith wants to see Paul Reed.
Well, he's not here yet. I'll tell him when he arrives.
Great one for getting here on time, isn't he? Come on, Latham.
I thought you'd be at work.
No, I'm coming to court with you.
Well, last night you said you couldn't do anything for me.
Well, that doesn't mean I can't stand up and speak for you in court. You look tired.
Yeah, I didn't get much sleep last night.
Nor did I. The things you said last night.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was upset.
Well, I do care about you. You know that. I care very much.
I shouldn't have said some of those things.
No, you were quite right in many ways. But I'm not, what did you call me? A machine, a robot? And I'm sorry if I seem to come across that way.
Well, you don't always. It's just sometimes I get the impression that your work's the most important thing to you.
Of course, my work's important to me. So are you. So was your mother.
She always used to call you a workaholic.
Yeah, well, maybe she was right. And when she died, I suppose I threw myself into my work more than ever before, and that wasn't very fair on you.
I can understand it.
It was the only way I could seem to cope with it, to seal off that part of my feelings, not let it show. And I suppose that hiding my feelings has become part of my personality. But I still have feelings.
Yeah, I haven't been very fair on you either, I suppose.
Oh, I'd hurt you by my remoteness. You wanted to hurt me back, and that's quite understandable.
Well, if we can understand each other, then maybe it's not too late.
No, I'm sure it's not.
And she's beautiful, though. Did you see her little hands? And those tiny little fingernails, you could hardly see them. She and I've got a good grip, too. Did you notice how she had hold of me little finger and she didn't want to let go of it?
Yes, I did. Excuse me. Could I have a word with Miss Latham for a moment? Yeah, sure.
It's not about me baby, is it? She's going to be all right, isn't she?
She's fine. Being as premature as she was, we gave her little more than a 50-50 chance when she was born. But she's proving to be a real little battler.
Just like her mum.
Her respiratory infection's cleared up amazingly quickly. If she continues to improve the way she has been, I see no reason to keep her here.
You mean I can take her with me? Oh, that's lovely. I've been really looking forward to it. I'm going to take real good care of her.
I'm sure you will.
Of course, you realize that depends on the department giving its approval.
They will, though, won't they?
Well, as I said, that depends.
The garden's got a bit overrun lately. No one seems to have taken much interest in it.
You know, you can't take interest in much around this place. Listen, where's the solitary cell block? Does it look out in the garden?
Yes, it does. It's the top floor.
Sharon's up there. Be nice to see her again.
I think you better get back to work and concentrate on that.
Yeah, listen, do I have to be out here on my own? I mean, isn't anyone else going to work with me?
Well, Doreen used to. If her hearing doesn't go well today, she could be out here tomorrow. For her sake, I hope she isn't.